disturbance in classes, online digital lessons with HD quality transmissions, subject experts and experienced faculty. Unlike other app, we have our own teachers for assuring 100% quality education. If you too want our quality teachings are at your premises and institutions, not only SSC, but other various courses are in easy method covering state syllabus. We successfully taught at pre-examination period to government SSC students in COVID pandemic. We made grand success our online teachings at private colleges also. Why are you waiting? Just dial for online admissions. Rush and join in ABC Education Learning app.
Good evening all of you. This is K. Parvathishan. I have an experience of 10 years in teaching physical science. You're watching ABC Education and Learning app. So for the admission, you just dial on to the numbers which are scrolling down because the time never comes back. So let us be back to the topic. In the previous classes, we have discussed about what are the mirrors and what are the procedures occurring in them along with the uses of mirrors. So, ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కస్ చేయబోయే కాంటెంట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ వెరీ సింప్లెస్ట్ బట్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ 2 marks question for you children. It's a very important 2 marks question for you. So what is that? Generally this is referred as a sign conventions. Being simple topic, it carries 2 marks. Very most important question for your annual examination. So keep your concentration merely. So what about this one? Sign conventions. What do that make us the word? That is, in the previous classes we have discussed about the content of ray diagrams and how to draw the ray diagrams. రే డయాగ్రామ్స్ అనేవి ఏంటి, వాటిని ఎలా డ్రా చేయాలనే రూల్స్ డిస్కస్ చేశాను. బట్ దిస్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ డీల్స్ సైన్ కన్వెన్షన్స్ అనేది మనకు ప్రత్యేకంగా చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే ఒక రే డయాగ్రామ్ని చూసినప్పుడు దానిలో ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ఎలా చేయాలి. బై సీయింగ్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, బై సీయింగ్ దిస్ వన్, హౌ ఆర్ వి గోయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ ద డాటా విచ్ is useful to know the characteristics. క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ తెలుసుకోవడానికి దాని నుంచి డాటాని ఎలా ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పేది ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ సైన్ కన్వెన్షన్స్. అండ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆల్సో యాజ్ అ కార్టీషియన్ సైన్ కన్వెన్షన్. So this both are one and are same. So listen carefully my dear children. What is that? We are going to study this one. First point, whatever we would like to predict starts from certainly our mirror. Let us take a concave mirror which is very familiar to us, and then let us understand the content by drawing a principal axis. By drawing the principal axis, automatically we indicate a terms. This is a pole, this is focus, this is center of curvature, and this is termed as a principal axis. So it's already known for us. So regarding the sign conventions, very first point discuss about a distances starting from a major point that is called as pole. So once if we are going to observe this, you see pole is a fixed point, focus is a fixed point. The distance between pole to focus, the distance between pole to focus, it is nothing but called as a focal length. It is nothing but called as a focal length. This we already discussed. And one more point here. The distance between pole to center of curvature. These are also the two fixed points, the pole and the center of curvature. This is referred as a radius of curvature. This is referred as a radius of curvature. So, in mere this one, what we are going to study, the next also we are going to study. For suppose if we are going to keep an object here. For suppose we are going to keep an object here. What we are going to deal? This is referred as an object. This is referred as an object. And while coming to our next, the pole nunchi ikkadi varaku unna distance kuda it can be calculated. It can be calculated, and that is nothing but called as an object distance. It is called as a object distance. This is the most important word because ee term inkoka term meeku ippudu next problems లలో వస్తాయి. Numerical solve చేయడానికి బాగా పనికొచ్చేటటువంటి words. For suppose ikkada manaku we placed an object. We placed an object. Roughly we are obtaining an image like this. We obtain an image here. So there must be some difference between or distance between this point and an image also, which is given as small v. Small v, which is called as image distance. Which is called as a image distance. So let us understand few terms from the diagram. P to F is referred as a focal length. It is abbreviated as or denoted as small f. Whereas the distance between P to C is also called as radius of curvature. And of course it is abbreviated as or denoted as capital R. And of course the next new terms we are discussing is nothing but P O. Let us name this as O because it is an object, it is an image. So PO is referred as object distance. That is the distance between pole and an object. This is nothing but indicated as U. This is indicated as a U. Whereas the next point is P to I. This is called as image distance, which is indicated as small v. So if we are going to see about this point, whatever the distances we are able to take, all are originating from a fixed point that is called as pole. So whatever the distance may be, whatever the term may be it is, whether it is belonging to focal length or radius of curvature or object distance or an image distance, all the points are starting from only a fixed point, that is P, pole. ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏది తీసుకున్నా కూడా ఐదర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కానివ్వండి, ఇమేజ్ డిస్టెన్స్ కానివ్వండి, రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ దాట్ మే బి, అన్నీ కూడా పోల్ అనే ఫిక్స్డ్ పాయింట్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవ్వబడుతున్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అ ఫస్ట్ రూల్ ఆర్ ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ అ సైన్ కన్వెన్షన్స్. All the distances must be measured from the pole. All the distances must be measured from the pole, as if the examples are taken. Right. We will move to the second rule of a Cartesian sign convention. So You like to move further, second point or second rule. Let us understand the diagram once. So now again, we are going to draw the principal axis. And of course, these terms are very familiar to us. Pole, focus, center of curvature, principal axis. So, the second point is especially dealing with the heights of an image. Dear children, we are going to do one small thing. What is your height? We may ask. We shall ask. But we do not ask, మీ లెంత్ ఎంత అని ఎవరు అడగరు. బికాస్ వర్టికల్గా ఉన్నదాన్ని హైట్ అని పిలుస్తాం, హారిజాంటల్గా మెజర్ చేసేదాన్ని లెంత్ అని పిలుస్తాం. సో ఇక్కడ కూడా an object is placed vertically, not on the horizontally. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దాట్ రీజన్ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, హైట్ని మెజర్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం. We want to measure the height of that may be an object, that may be an image, whatever that may be. So ikkada kanaka manam oka concept observe cheste, if you place any object here or an image, for suppose this, we are able to obtain an image. If you place an object here, we are able to obtain an image here. So naturally, one common thing you observe that object is lying above the principal axis. Therefore, its height is considered as positive. It might be 4, it might be 5, it might be 10, or it might be 1 centimeter. But the sign that is positive must be mentioned before noting the height of this object. It's not only for an object, it's for an image also. If an image is resulted above the principal axis, automatically the height is taken as a positive. Whereas if the image is resulted here, now the image was resulted here, I just would like to know about image height. You see here children, here an image is formed below the principal axis. Thus here the height should be indicated before noted with the negative symbol. By seeing this symbols, that is positive and a negative, we will understand that it is above the principal axis, it is below the principal axis. My children, what about you listen this one? ఇక్కడ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనే కాదు, ఇమేజ్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చినా కూడా హైట్ అనేది పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కింద ఉందనంటే హైట్ అనేది నెగిటివ్ అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ వెదర్ యు మే టేక్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఆర్ అన్ ఇమేజ్, ఏదైనా తీసుకోండి. Its height measure cheyalante, you ask where it is, above the principal axis, below the principal axis. Above the principal axis unte, its height is taken as positive. If it is below the principal axis, naturally its height is taken as a negative. This is the second convention point or second rule of sign convention. Let us move on to the third. Dear children, we are moving on to the third point. Listen carefully. I'll draw a concave mirror, and of course I'm able to take again the principal axis. For suppose this could be your pole, this could be your focus, this could be your center of curvature. Naturally, this line is going to become principal axis. So my dear children, we are going to study about the direction. That means we are going to study about the distance. You see, what is that? Let me place an object here. Let me place an object here. Naturally, I consider a parallel ray here. For suppose this could be your object. This could be your object. Whereas this is a parallel ray which is coming from an object O. Naturally, the parallel ray deviates itself or reflects itself through the focus. Through the focus. Listen, my dear children. The direction of incidental light ray is in this direction. Direction of incident ray is in this direction, whereas you observe direction of reflected ray is in this direction. So dear children, if you'd like to see, ikkada ganaka manam observe cheste, ఇన్సిడెంట్ లైట్ రే నేమో ఇటు సైడ్ వెళ్తుంది, రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ లైట్ రే నేమో అటు సైడ్ వెళ్తుంది. బోత్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఇన్ సేమ్ డైరెక్షన్. రెండు ఒకే డైరెక్షన్లో లేవు. సో అలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్లో మనకు ఏ డిస్టెన్స్ తీసుకున్నా కూడా అది నెగిటివ్గా తీసుకోవాలి. We have to take itself to the negative. Whether అది objective distance కావచ్చు, whether image distance కావచ్చు, లేదు focal length కావచ్చు, radius of curvature కూడా కావచ్చు. That is, for suppose image ఇక్కడ ఫామ్ అయింది. It's not lying in the direction of incident field, incident ray. Therefore, object distance is taken as negative, image distance is also taken as negative. దాని పక్కన ఆ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఉందనేది అంత చెప్పేస్తాం. For suppose -15 centimeters, -20 centimeters, like that. So, but one common thing is nothing but when an incidental light ray is opposite in the direction of, when the reflected light ray is in the opposite direction of incident light ray, we are going to take the distances, whether that may be u, v, f or r, are taken as a negative. If suppose the incidental light ray is in this direction and the reflected light ray is also in this direction, then here you can take the distances as positive. Here you can take the distances as positive. Do not mingle this and this, because this is upper session, this is a downer session. So what is this? ఇక్కడ మనం ఒక రెండు పాయింట్స్ బాగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి. ఏంటవి? अगर इमेज से पैरेलल रे इंसिडेंट के डायरेक्शन पे रिफ्लेक्टेड रे भी सेम डायरेक्शन पे हुए तो डिस्टेंसेस को पॉजिटिव लेना पड़ता. अगर इंसिडेंट रे ए तरफ जा रहा, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे इस तरफ जा रहा, दैट इज ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में चले जा रहा बोले तो इसको हमारा कौन सा भी डिस्टेंस तो ले लो, डिस्टेंस पूरा नेगेटिव आना पड़ता. ये रूल का है. कौन सा? साइन कन्वेंशन का. डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज, दैट इज द ओनली थिंग. सो ఇవన్నీ మనకు ఎక్కడ వస్తాయి? వర్చువల్ ఇమేజెస్ లో వస్తాయి. వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు అబ్టైన్ దిస్ డైరెక్షన్ పాజిటివ్ ఇన్ ద కేస్ ఆఫ్ వర్చువల్, బట్ 90% of our real images you are able to obtain this side. Because of that reason we are able to get a what? Negative phase. That is, incident light ray is opposite to reflected light ray. This is the point you have to keep it minded. Right. Okay, now we will be recalling once the 3 points because this is an important 2 marks question. What are Cartesian sign conventions? This is asked for 2 marks. So that you have to write 4 points minimum. మీరు అనొచ్చు సార్ ఉన్నవే 3 రూల్స్ కదా 4 పాయింట్స్ మేము ఎలా రాయాలి అని. Naturally you can write 3 consecutive points along with the fair diagram. ఒక నీట్ డయాగ్రామ్లో మనం చెప్పిన పాయింట్స్ అన్ని రఫ్గా రిప్రజెంట్ చేసి అంటే రఫ్ అంటే నీట్గా రిప్రజెంట్ చేసి దాని కింద ఉన్న 3 పాయింట్స్ రాస్తే డెఫినెట్లీ యూ విల్ గెట్ 2/2 మార్క్స్. సో లెట్ మీ గివ్ యూ ఫస్ట్ point number 1. What is point number 1? All the distances must be measured from a pole. Example, pole to focus, focal length. Pole to center of curvature, radius of curvature. Pole to object, object distance. Pole to image, image distance. This is first point. Second point, if you are going to discuss about a second, discuss about a heights, whether that may be an object or an image. If an object or an image is resulted on the above the principal axis, its heights are taken as plus. Its heights are denoted by plus. Whereas if they are below the principal axis, naturally they are taken as a minus. The height is taken as a minus. This is the second point. Coming to a third point, if the incident light ray and the reflected light ray are in the same direction, then the distances are taken as a positive. That is, u is equal to positive, v is equal to positive. All the focal length and others are also will become positive. But ikkada kanaka teeskunte both are in opposite direction. The incident light ray is going in this manner. The reflected light ray on hitting the mirror, it is coming like this. Therefore, what is going to happen? We are able to expect a distances in a negative format. These are the 3 points along with a neat diagram, neat labeled diagram. You can represent this answer to obtain 2 marks. By వచ్చేస్తాయి. Right. We will be discussing about the next concept. This is So listen dear friends, we are going on to the next concept. This is called as magnification. So all the students, what is the meaning of a magnification? Everyone might have read this word, not in a full form, magnifier, భూతద్దం అనే వర్డ్స్లో మనకు మ్యాగ్నిఫికేషన్ అనేది కొద్దిగా ఐడియా ఉండింటుంది. వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్? మ్యాగ్నిఫైయర్ ఏం పని చేస్తుంది? ఉన్న ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని పెద్దగా కనిపించేటట్టు చేస్తుంది. చోటా ఆబ్జెక్ట్కు బడా చేసే దిక్కే పడతాం. సో ఎ మ్యాగ్నిఫైయర్ ఈజ్ ఏబుల్ టు వ్యూ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ బిగ్గర్ దాన్ ఇట్స్ smaller position or original position. So ikkada magnification ante entante, it is a ratio, it's an absolute ratio. So it is not having any kind of units. You remember this? It is an absolute ratio. Because of that one, we are not able to get any kind of a units here for the magnification. So magnification is a process which discuss us the ratio between height of image to height of object. The ratio between a height of image, height of image, comma, height of object. ये दोनों के बीच में क्या रिलेशन है, एक रेशियो के बारे में बोल सके तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? हम मैग्निफिकेशन बोलते हैं. హైట్ ఆఫ్ ఇమేజ్ ఎంత ఉంది, హైట్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఎంత ఉంది, ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో ఉన్న రిలేషన్ ఎలా మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం అనేది కనుక మనం చెప్పగలిగితే దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ అ మ్యాగ్నిఫికేషన్. So listen carefully. What about that? Magnification is represented by small m. Is represented by small m. Therefore, we can easily write that height of image by height of object. And of course, దీన్ని ఇంకా షార్ట్కట్ చేయొచ్చు. HI, that is height of image, by HO, that is height of object. Whereas we can also straight one more also for the magnification. This is nothing but, what is this? Height of image, height of object ante it only discuss about heights. But if we were given with the distances also, we can measure magnification. దానికి separate formula ఉంది. ఏంటి? Minus of image distance to the object distance. So that still represented as minus V by U. Of course, image distance is followed for V, whereas object distance is followed for U. They are the denotions of them. So a magnification is a ratio. So we cannot expect any kind of units. No units are expected. This is important. No units are expected for this. So listen carefully. What is this? A ratio of height of image to the height of object is referred as a magnification, and it is indicated by small m. And it's also comparable in case of distances too. That is, the ratio of image distance to the object distance is nothing but called as a magnification. Its formulas are HI by HO or minus V by U. Whereas in solving some of the problems, dear children, listen this carefully, because such type of questions will be asked. మీకు 4 marks లో ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పబోయేటటువంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తాయి. ఏంటవి? డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములాది ఇలా వాడొచ్చు. m is equal to hi by ho, m is equal to minus v by u. బట్ ఇక్కడ కనుక మీరు తీసుకుంటే there are some type of 4 marks questions in which you can obtain hi by ho is equal to minus v by u. ఈ రెండింటిని కంపేర్ చేసి కూడా మీరు ప్రాబ్లమ్ సాల్వ్ చేయాల్సి ఉండేటటువంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ 4 మార్క్స్ లో వస్తాయి. నెక్స్ట్ మన కమింగ్ అదే టాపిక్. నెక్స్ట్ మనకి మ్యాగ్నిఫికేషన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒక చిన్న టాపిక్, దాని తర్వాత వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సాల్వ్ ద న్యూమరికల్స్ బేస్డ్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఆన్ దిస్ లెసన్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆస్క్ 1 or 2 మార్క్స్కి వస్తుంది. If such a type of comparison is asked, height of image by height of object is equal to minus of image distance by object distance, ఇలా టోటల్ కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు మీకు 4 మార్క్స్లో అడగడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉంది. సో ఇది బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. రైట్, ఇప్పుడు we will discuss the different strategies of values of magnification. Different strategies of values of magnification we will be discussing. Dear children, just listen once. ఒక్కసారి మనం ఒక చిన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఫర్ సపోజ్ లెట్ us take an example. Height of image is equal to 4 centimeters. Height of image is equal to 4 centimeters. Height of object is equal to 4 centimeters. Right. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను అడుగుతున్న క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే magnification power enta. How is the magnification power? Both are same, do not get confused. Magnification power, both are same. So we have a formula that m is equal to hi by ho. hi by ho. What is the hi? This is 4 centimeter by object is also 4 centimeters. Naturally, the centimeter cancels it and 4 cancels it, giving a magnification power as a 1 plus 1. Giving plus 1. Okay, now listen this question. I just take another module. Hi is equal to minus 4 centimeter for suppose. Whereas HO is equal to 4 centimeter. Then magnification power can be extracted. Hi by HO minus 4 by 4. This cancel and the result is minus 1. Remember my dear children, what this is going to discuss. Just a simple logic. Before itself I have said you that sign conventions. Heights గురించి డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాం. So listen, ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ సింబలే ఉంది, ఇక్కడ పాజిటివ్ సింబలే ఉంది. That means object and image both are above the principal axis. For suppose both are above the principal axis. అలాంటప్పుడు magnification power అనేది మీకు +1 వచ్చింది. Plus indicates what? It is below or above the principal axis. Whereas if you take this one, it is a real image. చూసిన వెంటనే చెప్పొచ్చు. ఎందుకు? HI image is formed below. How can you say minus? Just now I have said sign conventions. Before, if an object or image is below the principal axis, కింద కనుక ఉన్నట్టయితే height ని minus తో indicate చేస్తాం. Height is indicated by minus. So naturally, height of image is minus 4 centimeters. And height of object 4 centimeter. అంటే ఇది పైన ఉంది, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ పైన, ప్రిన్సిపల్ యాక్సెస్ పైన ఉంది. సో ఈ రెండిటి మధ్యలో రిలేషన్ ఫోకస్ చేసినప్పుడు magnification power is obtained with 1 but minus 1. That indicates it is below the principal axis. అచ్చా, ఇప్పుడు ఈ 1 ఏం ఇండికేట్ చేస్తుంది అనేది మనం ఒక రిప్రజెంట్ చేద్దాం. This 1 indicates equal size. This one indicates equal size. How? Object, image రెండు ఈక్వల్ సైజులో ఉన్నాయి. ఏది పెద్దగా లేదు, ఏది చిన్నగా లేదని మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం. ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి? మ్యాగ్నిఫికేషన్ పవర్ని యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఎలాంటి క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ రాయాలి? I'll say now. So listen children, here if m magnification power value can be taken with 3 different zones. With 3 different zones. What are they? It might be 1. It might be 1. That is, it is again bifurcated into 2 types. It's of maybe +1, maybe -1. And again, it is less than 1. Even here also, it is bifurcated into minus plus. Third one వచ్చేటప్పటికి greater than 1. Even it is also can be resolved as minus plus. Positive or a negative. So what are we going to discuss here? Just a simple logic. చిన్న లాజిక్ అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేయాలి. ఏంటది? ఇఫ్ మ్యాగ్నిఫికేషన్ పవర్ ఇస్ 1, ఒకటి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, ఎప్పుడు వస్తున్నట్టు? ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ సైజ్డ్ అన్నప్పుడు we get 1 is a magnification power. Whereas if it is +1, above the principal axis. If it is -1, below the principal axis. అచ్చా, లెస్ దెన్ 1 వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, దాన్ని మనం ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి? ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ డిమినిష్డ్ ఇమేజ్. It is a diminished image where object is greater in size than the image. Such type of things. Here also, if it is minus, it is below. If it is plus, it is above. Whereas, if you take an example here, greater than 1 indicates it is an enlarged image. పెద్దగా కనిపిస్తుంది ఇమేజ్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్పగలుగుతున్నాం. ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మైనస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బిలో, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్లస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అబోవ్. For suppose, let me take an example. Magnification, height of object is equal to 4 centimeter, height of image is equal to 6 centimeter. Height of object is equal to 4, height of image is equal to 6 centimeter. ఏం చెప్తుంది మనకది? Naturally by seeing itself we can say that 4 smaller size, image bigger size. So if you would like to go on for this, m is equal to 6 by 4. M is equal to 6 by 4. Naturally you come across 1.5. That is it is enlarged image. Whereas if you take another example, height of object is equal to what? 2 centimeter. Height of image is equal to 1 centimeter. Naturally you can say, what is this? M is equal to 1 by 2, that is equal to 0.5, less than 1. This is diminished image. Object size is greater than image size, whereas here we are able to take object size is less than image size. And here we are able to take object is equal to image size. So ఇలా మనకేంటంటే వాల్యూని చూసిన వెంటనే we can identify whether it is enlarged or below the principal axis or above the principal axis or what. So that is simple. If it is 1.5, naturally you can say it's enlarged. If it is less than 1, automatically you can say it is diminished. If it is equal to 1, you can frankly say that it's of equal size. Right? And of course, do not forget the plus and minus. Plus above the principal axis, minus below the principal axis. Right. Okay. Now we will be moving on to the next. So dear students, we are going on to the next. This is nothing but the concave and the convex, which are related to numericals, how they are useful in a numericals. Before that, I just would like to ask you a small question, that is nothing but, where is the largest natural mirror formed on the earth? Where is the largest natural mirror formed on the earth? And how much its length? Would you like to know the answer? Don't go away. Stay tuned to our channel, the only channel that is ABC Education and Learning app for the quality education. Meek admissions kosam kinda scroll outuన్న numbers ki call chesi details kanukkoni take the admission and join our app. Thank you.